So today we have some business to talk about. Some people have asked me, what is a Sperrkonto? How much do you need to get one? And where do you go about getting one if you need one? Well, in today's video, we're going to answer those three questions, so be sure to stick around. Hey guys, I'm Josiah. On this channel, we are talking about life here in Germany. Today's topic is Sperrkonto or blocked accounts. So it's a business type topic. So I am in the office, well, not quite, my kid's room. And so first off, what is a Sperrkonto? So here's how I'm going to explain it. There's your account, and it's just like any other bank account. Maybe not like this one, but you know, you get the picture. So a Sperrkonto is basically a bank account, and if you're moving to Germany, you are going to need money to live off. So if there's a few ways in which you can earn money here in Germany. You can either be working here, and it's pretty obvious if you have a job here in Germany, you're going to be being paid. But if you're studying, how are you actually going to be making a living and generating income and not become dependent on the social system or the government? So that's what the Sperrkonto covers, is basically it's okay. So this is the simplest way I can explain what a Sperrkonto is. So when you come to Germany, if you can't work, it has to come from somewhere else. So if you're coming to study, maybe you're doing something else, but the Sperrkonto is mostly going to be used by students because you're coming to study and not work. So before you come, you need to have all the money in which you're going to need in order to live off in a bank account, and that's what a Sperrkonto is. So the Sperrkonto is a special kind of bank account, and each month that you are applying for a residence permit or coming to Germany for, you have a certain amount of money that needs to be in that account. So I have 12 piles of cold hard cash, and that represents the 12 months that you would be applying for a residence permit for. Basically, it's like almost your salary for the time that you're living here, and the German government knows, okay, this guy is going to be able to pay for all the things he needs. He's going to be able to buy toothpaste, pay his rent, buy food, you know, all those sorts of things, and he's not going to become financially dependent on the government. So then what you do is you have all of that money, and it is going to get all put into one big pile and put into a single bank account. So I'm going to do that right now. How much do you actually need in order to open up a Sperrkonto? So on average, the average amount that you're going to be asked to have each and every month when coming and applying for a residence permit here in Germany is going to be 861 euros. So each and every month, that amount needs to be put into the account. So 861 times, if you're applying for a year-long residence permit, that's going to be 861 times 12, which comes out to be the grand total of 10,332 euros. The 861 is the average. That amount can obviously adjust and sometimes be lowered depending on your situation or circumstance. Say you're coming and you have a scholarship that's going to be paying some of your living costs. Obviously, it might be able to be lowered. As well, if you maybe have a free place to stay or a cheap place to stay, maybe you have relatives or family friends who are letting you live with them for free. Obviously, that's going to reduce your living costs, which could also potentially reduce the amount that you need for your blocked account. But ultimately, that decision lies with the foreign office or embassy that you're directly applying with, and they make the final decision as to the amount that you need. All right, so now that you got your bank account full with your 861 euros per month, where do you go to deposit it, and how do you open a bank account? Sperrkonto. Well, you have a few different options. You could go old school and find a traditional bank, just like we have over here. We got our local Sparkasse. Or you can use an online option. So there's pros and cons with each. So with a traditional bank like Sparkasse, or really any bank, they can always open a Sperrkonto. Some of the drawbacks are going to be it's not something that they necessarily do every day. So I had some friends who went to Sparkasse and they made a few mistakes and it caused some paperwork to have to be redone. It was a little bit inconvenient. With the online options, you're not going to have that, as there's services specifically designed for helping make Sperrkontos, and they're going to always get the right paperwork to you. When it comes to fees, it's always going to vary. I know some of the online options, they're going to be around 100, 110 euros. I think Sparkasse, they charge around 100 euros per year. From Dr. Walter, there's a pretty good option. They actually are an insurance company, but also will help set you up with the Sperrkonto. I'll leave some links down below. And up here in the corner, there'll be another video that I did about insurance with Dr. Walter. So it's a great stop to get both your health insurance and Sperrkonto all done in one place. Hope today's video has been really helpful in getting you set up to come to Germany. And if today's video has been helpful, hey, be sure to leave a like behind and of course subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one.